Hello there! Welcome to today's class, which is a heart-opening Hatha flow. If you're new around here, I'm Sam, and this is Mooney. And I teach yoga around my local community and also here online. For today's class, you won't need any special props. Unless you like using blocks with your regular practice, then go ahead and grab those. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and also giving this video a thumbs up if you like it. So once you're ready, meet me back on the mat in a comfortable seat. That can be sitting cross-legged, that can be laying down, that can be sitting with your legs out, really however is comfortable. Let your hands just rest gently, maybe on your legs, and close your eyes. Sit up tall, aligning your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. And if you're laying down, feel your spine pressing into the yoga mat. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. And start to tune into your breath. As you inhale, fill up your torso with air. And as you exhale, release and draw your navel back towards your spine. And inhale, expanding your belly outwards. And exhale, release. With each breath in, see if you can take your breath a little fuller and a little deeper. And with each exhale, see if you can draw it out a little longer. On your next breath in, take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And exhale, release out through your mouth. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, press your arms down and reach them behind your back. Interlace your fingers together. Press your shoulder blades together and reach your hands down and find a slight opening through your chest. And then gently release and roll over your feet and make your way to your tabletop. And take some nice slow cat-cows. Inhale, lifting your tailbone up to the ceiling, reaching your heart forwards. And exhale, rounding through your spine. And continue to move with your own breath. Take one more round, and then meet back in your tabletop. And once you're back in your tabletop, take your right foot between your hands, coming into a low lunge on the right. Maybe you take your blocks on either side of your foot. And just take a few breaths here low to the ground. Noticing how the pose feels. First lunge of our practice. And you can keep your hands low to the ground, or on an inhale, reach them up overhead. And then an optional chest opener here. Swim your arms around your back, interlace your fingers. Once again, drawing your shoulder blades together. And reaching your hands down, open up through your heart space. inhale in. And exhale, gently release your arms. Bring your hands back down, and we'll take a twist here. So place your left hand on your mat or on a block. Twisting towards your right leg, reach your right arm up. And release back down and make your way back to your tabletop. And then take your left foot forward. Low lunge on the left side. Stay here low to the ground, or on an inhale, reach your arms up. And then optional chest opener, swim your arms around your back, interlace your fingers, and reach your hands down. And gently release and twist to the left. So plant your right palm on a mat or on your block, and reach your left arm up, twisting towards the left. And release back down and make your way back to your tabletop. From here, we'll come into downward facing dog, so tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back. Once you get there, feel free to move around a little bit, dropping one heel to the mat, and then the other, pedaling out through the feet. And then find some stillness. Maybe you bend your knees here to find more length in the spine. Hold for a couple more breaths, and then start to make your way up to a forward fold. Walking nice and slowly up towards the top of your mat. And hang out here. Maybe you bend your knees, maybe you grab your blocks. And on an inhale, slowly lift up to a flat back. And release back down. And inhale, rolling up to standing nice and slowly. Reaching your arms up overhead. Exhale, press the air away. Swimming your hands around your back, interlacing your fingers, and gently opening up through your chest. And gently release. Inhale your arms up, and exhale, standing twist. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, twisting the other direction. Take one more time each side. And then meet back up at the top. Maybe reach your arms back, taking a slight back bend. And press the air away. Step your right foot back from Tadasana and come into Warrior One. So your left toes are pointing towards the front. Right toes are at about a 45-degree angle between the side and the front. Bend through your left knee and reach your arms up overhead. You can play around with how far back you step with that right foot. And lastly, I like to find a nice wide stance with my Warrior One. Some people like them to be in one straight line front to back. I find that that's a little hard on my back, so I like to take a wider stance side to side. And keep your arms up, or for a chest opener, reach your arms around your back. Interlace your fingers and open through the chest. Gently release your arms and hold Warrior One for another breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, step back up to the top of your mat. Step your left foot back now. Right toes are pointing forward. Bend through your right knee. Left toes are at that 45-degree angle, just somewhere between front and side. And lift your arms up overhead. Swim your arms around your back and take a chest opener if you'd like. And gently release, take your arms back up, hold for one more breath. And then exhale, step back up to the top of your mat. And shake it out a little bit if you'd like. And then find a wide stance in the center of your mat. Inhale, and then exhale, sinking down into goddess pose. And we'll take some twists here, so feel free to skip this if you'd like, but if you'd like to take a twist, take your left elbow to left knee, swim your right arm around your back. Maybe your right arm hooks onto your left thigh. Maybe it just sits at your low back like mine does. And with that right elbow, start to turn your chest up towards the ceiling, coming into this twisting motion. One more breath here, and then release back to center. Feel free to come up out of the pose if you'd like. And when you're ready, settle back into goddess, and we'll take the other side. So right elbow to right knee. Swim your left arm around. Maybe it comes to your right thigh. Maybe it rests at your low back. With your left elbow, use that to start twisting towards the left, opening up your chest to the ceiling. One more breath here before releasing back to center and up. And from here, stay in your wide stance, but we'll take a forward fold. Feel free to grab your blocks if you'd like. Start with an inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees here. And then optional chest opener, clasping your hands behind your back once more. Lift your arms up overhead. And gently release from that when you're ready. On an inhale, lift up halfway. Pause there as long as you need before rolling the rest of the way up. Nice and slow. Make your way back up to the top of your mat. Inhale your arms up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to a flat back and release. Plant your palms, step back to your downward dog. And hang out here for a few more breaths. Slowly start to lower your knees down to the mat. And then from here, maybe take your knees back a bit and lower the rest of the way onto your belly. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and inhale up to cobra, nice low cobra, and hold for a breath or two. Releasing when you're ready. From here, we'll make our way into Sphinx. You can bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, or just a little bit in front of your shoulders, and press into your hands. Find a nice opening through your collarbones, and look down at the mat. But if this is too much, especially on your low back, feel free to start taking your arms out in front of you until you find the position that feels more comfortable. And that might be all the way on the ground, and that's okay too. And release all the way down to the ground. And then gently pressing back up. Find your tabletop. And we'll take just a couple rounds of cat-cow here with your own breath. And then from here, sit back in your child's pose, feet together, knees apart. Inhale in and exhale. Slowly walk back upright. And then make your way onto your back. Once you get there, draw your knees into your chest. And then lower your feet down. Take your feet about hip width apart. Press into your feet, and we'll come into bridge pose. So you can take your hands flat on the mat to start to press in. Start by tucking your tailbone, and then let that wave you all the way up. Press your inner thighs together. And if you'd like, maybe you interlace your fingers and slide your shoulders a little bit more under the bridge, but feel free to skip that. Releasing back down gently when you're ready. And once more, drawing your knees into your chest. From here, find happy baby, either taking your hands, your arms underneath your legs, or grabbing your feet. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And gently release your feet back down to the mat. From here, come into reclined cobbler's pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open outwards. You can place blocks underneath your knees for some support if you'd like. Maybe you bring your hands to your belly and bring your focus back to your breath. Feeling your hands rise gently as you inhale and fall gently as you exhale. And take your hands underneath your knees, gently draw them back upright. And then make your way into Shavasana, however is comfortable for you. Maybe with your legs out long, or feel free to keep your knees bent and your feet flat on the mat. We'll be here for the next few minutes, but feel free to stay longer if you'd like. Feel free to stay here longer if you'd like, but if you're ready to finish your practice, take a nice deep breath in and exhale, release. Move your toes and your fingers. Maybe take a full body stretch overhead. And then roll to one side. Pause here for a couple breaths. Pressing all the way back up to your comfortable seat. Take a few breaths in, just noticing how you feel. On an inhale, circle your arms up overhead, and exhale your hands down to your heart center, and bow your head to your heart. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, release, and blink your eyes open. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.